right. You the Flint Board of Education president, right? Currently, right?
I am.
Okay, that's big, man. Because I've been wanting to talk about Flint schools, public schools, man. I had a show before, and I told him, I said, tag Micheal Clack, man. You need to
Hmm.
hear some of this stuff I was saying, and I was just saying this, right? I'm just gonna get right into it. We're gonna talk about the Flint Board of Education, with the Flint Public Schools. Um, but
I can talk about what
I
I can
wasn't
talk about.
really bashing or nothing, bro. But I was just saying like Davidson, Clio, Swartz Creek, et cetera, et cetera. They taking all our kids out the inner city, man. And man, we used to be the Mecca. Come on, man, just face it. Flint,
Mm.
Michigan was the Mecca in the mid Michigan. Uh, especially basketball, football, track. You know what I mean? And I just feel I call it Operation Fade Flint, Michigan out, man. You know what I mean? That's why it's so important that you lead the next generation, by you being the president of the school board, because man, it look rough right now, Clack. It look rough, man. What can you elaborate on some of that for me?
Well, I honestly think that it's it definitely was designed. It was a plan. I think that the I don't know, the shrinking of the city, or the maybe the turning over the city, or however that may be. It all you gotta, when you shrink, when you dissolve the school district, that all that has something to do with the direction of what the way the city is going. If you don't have a thriving school district, you're not going to have people come here and start families when they graduate college or get out of high school. They're going to look to leave from Flint because they know when it's time to have children that they're not going to have adequate schools for their children to attend. So they're not going to stick around in Flint. Then when you look around and see that we've had water crisis, we've had pandemic, we've had job losses and all these different things. I think it's all by design. You look at all the businesses that are running around are leaving Flint, Rite Aids, and we don't have any grocery store chains in the city of Flint. Nothing really is thriving here but the downtown area. So I think that definitely is by design, and I think the school district is one of the things that if you're trying to dissolve a city, or however that situation may go, the school district is part of that plan. You got to get rid of the school district. You got to get rid of the housing. You got to get rid of the businesses. You got to get rid of the jobs, the tax, the tax base and all that stuff. You know what I mean? Like, that's all that means something. So my job as the president is to try to at least change the direction of the district in a positive way. You know what I mean? Like you said, we were
Yeah,
the Met.
yeah,
We Flint
yeah,
schools
yeah.
were the
Because
Met.
it just go ahead, brother, go ahead.
I said we were the Mecca, and I tell people all the time. I remember being in the first grade. I went to Walker. Walker was a gifted school over right next to where the administration building is. Now I think it's an office building over there. It was a gifted school, and I went there for the first grade. And I remember one day we were, we in the first grade. You sit on the little carpet on the rug. You know what I'm saying? Indian style with your legs crossed and all like that. So I remember we were sitting like that, and there was the superintendent came in, our principal came in, his name was Mr. Latimer, and there was about 6 or 8. I don't know if they were Chinese or Japanese, but they were Asian, and they had come to the Flint schools to look at our community school plan and to try to mirror our community schools where they came from. So they wouldn't have come here for that if we weren't the epitome of community schools. You know what I mean? The Flint community schools. Like, that's why they came here. So we were the Mecca. And honestly, my what my job is, what I've taken on the task is, and us as the board, this is not just me, um, is to try to bring those students back from those outside communities. You know what I mean? Because Davidson just won a state championship. Grand Blanc won. All these, they all won, and a lot of those kids would have been at Flint schools. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean, because it just seemed like to me that we don't got no choice. We got what, one high school, so either we gonna send our kids to suburban schools or the charter schools. You know what I mean? Because I mean, I ain't trying to be disrespectful, then, but even they left Southwestern. Why did they leave Northwestern open or the Mecca?
I,
You
I,
know, Southwestern wasn't shit. I don't mean to
you
get
know,
to act like, but it wasn't shit when we had all what 5 high schools or
I,
whatever we had 4. You know what I mean? That why would they leave that one open? I mean, it might have been the biggest one. It might have been, I don't know too much about the money part of it. You know
yes,
what I mean? So it might have
yeah.
been
I
like
don't
more
necessarily.
feasible,
I don't
more feasible to keep Southwestern open. You get what I'm saying though? But I know Northwestern
Northwestern.
and Northern was more popular. You know what? You get what I'm saying? North side schools. That's where all the talent come from, bro. You know what I
No, of
mean?
course. That's
Sport,
where most
sport wise.
of the people. That's where most of the minorities live on that side of town. So if you can, kind of put 1+1 and come up with
Oh,
your
okay.
own, So I don't necessarily know, and I don't want to speculate because that was before me, before I got on the board. You know what I mean? I just know that as of December, January, once I became a board member, became the president, everything from that point, I had hands on, you know, I was in on it, hands on. You know what I mean? So I can't really speak to what the previous board or the board before that did and why they closed Northwestern. I don't know, man. We can just
Hey,
speculate, or we can,
right, right. So moving forward, what do you think you need to do as the head, the president? What do you think solutions we gonna so we can stay afloat? We can little say the boat we already got, so it don't sink. You get what I'm saying?
um,
With one high school,
honestly,
how can you throw out a lifesaver? You get what I'm saying? Go ahead, bro.
well, I think that hold on. I think that honestly, we're moving in a good direction. You know what I mean? You've seen a school board that has been, um, I don't want to say dysfunctional, but rather unproductive. You know what I mean? So I think that we're moving in the right direction. We've got some hard decisions to make as far as closing schools. We've got some hard decisions to make as far as selling schools and getting that stuff done, knocking schools down and demolishing schools and stuff like that. So, but on another note, we've got a lot of renovations. If you look at all the parking lots that are at the schools, those are all redone or getting redone. Um, yes, I heard you ask. No, that wasn't you, but somebody asked about air conditioning and heating. And heating. Those are all being looked at and being redone. So we've got a lot on our plate, but we're doing a lot. We had a part in renaming the library after the first Black director, Gloria Coles, librarian director Gloria Coles. That came across the school boards. We voted on that. Um, there's been a lot of things that we've done. Not big things, but things that are notable. And that I think that us moving forward, I think it's hard working with 6 other people. You know what I'm saying? I don't even think I could work with 6 other me. You know what I'm saying? Like, so when you put in seven different personalities and attitudes and point of views all at the table, you know what I'm saying? It's difficult when you everybody got their own thought process. But I think that we're going in a good direction. I think we're going in the right direction.
So okay, I got another question.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going back to well, I'm circling back around again. So what do you think we need to do about like the sports, man? And
Okay.
I want to it's a two-part question. The sports and raise the graduation rate, man. How many kids did we have come out this past year?
I want to say it
Mr.
was
Clack?
like 77.
77, right? I heard it was like under 100 combined with Beecher. You know what I mean? And
I think Beecher walked 20 something.
yeah, right. So it was around 100 total. I'm just saying between Flynn and Beecher, and so like we still got hope with schools like Hamady, Carmen Ainsworth, and Beecher, which they with Beecher. Beecher always been the mecca of basketball, and even when
Bro,
Flint went
always
to
make a wait a minute, man. Wait, no,
Man, come
wait a
on,
minute
Clack,
now.
come on.
Come on, man.
But
No, man, you
anyway,
trying to slide stuff in on the low, man. Don't be trying to slide that stuff in on the low.
hey Clack, I'm gonna hit you below the. At least my high school is still open. God damn
My high
it.
school's still open too. I want to hear that. I went to Southwestern. My high school's still open
Hey,
too.
hey, man. But so what I'm asking is like, what you think we need to do, like, far as like raising the graduation rate in like the sports, you
Well, the
know,
graduation rate
continue,
is
you know what I
directly
mean,
correlated.
continue, to try
The
to do the,
graduation rate,
to keep up with the rest of the world, with the rest of the district
yeah, no,
in
but the
sports.
graduation rate has a direct correlation with the population of the district. You know what I'm saying? Like, if we got less than 3,000, we got, let's say, 2,800 kids in the district, and a lot of those kids are in, you know, elementary school, and then once kids start getting of age to start playing sports, they start trickling out into, the schools that got athletic programs and stuff like that. So middle school, high school, the number of kids goes down kind of significantly. You know what I'm saying? So the 77 kids that we graduated came from both high schools. I don't know if you know, we got two high schools. We got ALA, and then we got Southwestern Academy. ALA is like the Accelerated Learning Academy. So those are it's almost like a alternative school, like it's an alternative school. So
Mm-hmm.
the 77 came. I think it was, I don't want to misquote, but I want to say it was like 48, 45 from Southwestern, and then the other came from ALA, which is a much smaller population anyway. You know what I mean? So you got to expect there's going to be less seniors. But
Hey, we got, hey,
my
Clay,
plan was,
I don't mean to cut you off. We got Thomas C. Padroni. He got a couple comments. He asked, could you see his comments?
no,
First one,
I got my big phone right here. I had to sign in on my
okay.
smaller.
First, he
So,
said Governor Whitmer just gave all that money, millions, to Beecher High School. That's by
you kind of went out. What'd you say?
hold up. I guess it went out. Okay, he said Governor Whitmer just gave all that money, all the millions, to Beecher High School. That's by design. To draw students and residents away. Then he say, hold on.
Mm-hmm.
Then he say, this is happening in every majority black city. Is what our research. It's about delivering the city to other people. And Brother Boy
Yes.
said, I heard
Did you
Kevin
share?
Jones on the show Friday
Did you
saying
share?
schools will be opening next year and the following year. They need to be renovated. Is that true? I
No, you
don't
said
know.
Superintendent Jones said.
Yeah, she said, Kevin Jones said on the show Friday, saying schools will be opening next year and the following year. They need to be renovated. And she said, is that true?
From what I know, the schools that will be reopening will be Holmes and Brownell, because they're being renovated right now. And after those two are renovated, then it'll be another schools renovated. But that's what makes it more important, that we figure out which schools we're going to be closing, so we're not just spinning our wheels, putting money in schools that aren't going to belong to the Flint community schools anymore. You know what I mean? So, did you? What did you? I can't find it. Did you share this with me?
No, I didn't. But it's on. You go down to. It's on my page. It's on my Tan Sales page. It's on my Bust Down the Brick and John
Okay, no,
Snow.
I got. Okay,
Yep.
all right.
All you gotta do is go right on there.
Okay, all right. I'm on there now.
Okay.
All right, so now I can see. Okay, all right. All right, cool. Now I can see the. I can see.
Okay.
Right, cool.
Okay. I mean, you basically answered my question.
I got you now, Mr. Or Dr. Bedouin. Yeah, I got you. Go ahead, Karen.
So, besides that, what do you, think? I mean, I know it's a different whole, like you said, it's a different bunch of self agendas on the board. But what do you think we need to do, man? Like, put all the self-agendas and bullshit aside and help these kids, man. Not saying that y'all not helping them, but what do we need to do to just, just focus on helping the kids? You know what I mean? Because that's what y'all for. That's what y'all was
Yeah,
put in place for. You know what I mean?
yeah. We yeah, we you know, y'all, you've seen the school board, man. You've seen our meetings. Excuse me. Uh, you know, again, I'm trying not to be negative, and I'm trying, because we are moving in a good direction. We the temper of our meetings has definitely calmed down. You know what I mean? Like, and I like it that way. I like the fact that our views are not as up there as they were, because it's not a whole lot of action and fireworks at our meeting. It's kind of like almost like going towards how the county is. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you watch the county commissioner meeting, it's like, you know what I'm saying? But there are difficult conversations, and there are, sometimes tempers do get flared, and sometimes people do get upset. Now I can only speak for myself. Well, I don't want to say that. I'm just gonna say, I'm gonna speak on behalf of myself and say, when I get upset, or when I'm, voting the way I vote, it's because I really think that it's for the best interest of the district. And I can speak for a lot of, most of the board members when I say that. Now, others, sometimes, vision can seem like it could get a little cloudy. You know what I'm saying? If you can read between the lines there, you know what I'm saying? I just think that and this is not just on our school board, this is on city council, this is on, if everybody has the right mentality, meaning if you're there for the right reasons, it really shouldn't be no whole knockdown, drag out, disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? It shouldn't be in my mind. If we all are there for this specific purpose, then it really shouldn't be. Everybody's ideas shouldn't be that far away from each other when it comes to, you know what I'm saying, what we're trying to fix, or what situation we're trying to fix. But if you got outside influences like that, who I'm speaking of, and they start bringing their own personal vested interests into it, you know what I'm saying? And that
niggas want to kill me and y'all still with them. Niggas want to kill me and y'all still with them. Nigga, y'all chill.
Clack, technical issues. Go ahead, brother.
Go ahead. No, you good. Yep. I was pretty much wrapping up though. You know what I'm saying? That, like, I just think that, like I said, we going in a good direction, but we gonna have our hiccups. That's it. That's just how it is. You know what I mean? Like we walked into a lot of fires that we had to put out. You know what I'm saying? Like, and more than what I even thought.
Good afternoon. Go ahead. I was just speaking to somebody in the comments. They were saying good afternoon. Go ahead.
Oh, okay, my bad. Yeah. So I mean, it's just we got a lot of work to do.
Hey, I was scrolling down your timeline the other day, and I see you. I don't know if I'm allowed to say his name or something, but I see you having some problems with a certain person.
Yeah.
I don't know if you want to talk. I don't know if you want to talk about it or not.
I posted it, so it's up. It's up.
What's up with it, man? You know how I get down. What's up with it, Clack?
All right, let me take a drink of water real quick. Hold on. In all seriousness, the post is exactly that was a text conversation between me, Mr. Dumas, and myself. And as you can see, it's over a matter of, you know what I'm saying? It started off in May when we first started talking about the demolition of a school. And I almost went back to watch the meeting because, like I said, this is my first time being on a, school board, or, public servant, or, the president of anything major. I sit on I sit on another board, and, it's not as big, and it's definitely not as, we don't oversee as much. We don't have a budget as vast as the Flint Community Schools. You know what I mean? But we started talking about demolishing Washington School, and I asked Superintendent Jones in a meeting if we could designate 30% of the workload to go to Black business or minority businesses, and I could see the confusion on Superintendent Jones' face and, you know, Mr. Chris Henderson, because I didn't understand how the bidding process worked. You understand? So I'm thinking, we gonna get these black folks this work. You know what I'm saying? And I would have said 50%, but I just didn't know of that many black contractors that have the capability to demolish the school. You see what I'm saying? So I asked in an open meeting, and Mr. Jones said that, you know, there's really not a way that you can ensure that black businesses get a certain percentage of the work, because it's a closed bidding process, meaning you have a contract, you have a contracting company, you do the demolition. You hear that the Flick Community Schools need the school demolished. You say, okay, I'm going to put a bid in. I'm going to say, you're going to say, hey, I'm going to bid that we're going to accept a bid, or we're going to put in a bid for $500,000 to demolish the school. Okay. And then all the other contractors come in and they make their bids. And when the bids are open, then you see the name of the business and how much their bid is. There's not a name on the envelope that says, I'm a black business, pick me. You know what I'm saying? There's not, black people don't have a black envelope and white contractors don't have a white envelope, and it doesn't work that way. They all have the same envelope. They submit the bids. They all are open at the same time. You can come and you can watch the bids be open. You can listen to it. You can do whatever. That's public. You know what I mean? So that's how that works. I didn't understand that. So when you start moving forward and then you start seeing certain people, Mr. Dumas, start coming to the meetings more frequently and start, you know, inquiring about black businesses getting a certain amount of work. Of course, I want the black people to get the money. I want my people to thrive and be great. But if my people don't have the qualifications, or if they don't have the certifications to get the job done, then we got to look at other directions. You understand what I'm saying? I have a responsibility as a fiduciary of the school district to do what's best for the school district. If no black people bid on the construction or on the demolition, what can I do? We went above as a board. We went above and beyond by trustee Teray King, by the way he asked his questions. We walked everybody through. AC Dumas, because he was at the meeting complaining about it. I don't know how to do the bidding process. Black people don't know how to use computers. This, and that. So we walked everybody through. Went to the Flint Community Schools website. Down, went to the about section. Down the bids. Down. We walked everybody through. Had another meeting. We had Clark Construction up there telling everything. It said, it was on the June 21st board meeting. You can see it. 1 hour, 30 minutes in and 13 seconds in the meeting. The man said, if you don't complete the familial statement, the conflict of interest statement, your bid will be disqualified. All right? 6 bids came. 2 were disqualified. One of the companies that was disqualified, I won't mention their name because they just bid again and they were the lowest bid by $300,000. I wonder how that happened, because the bids were open and they saw what was bid. They saw what was bid, and then they came back because of Mr. Dumas came in and had and convinced the other board members some type of way that we need to redo the bid because black people didn't get a fair chance to get in the process. So now we redo the bidding process. We got one of the contractors that was disqualified before rebid it, but they bid was $300,000 cheaper than the cheapest bid on the first time. Do you see how that's a conflict? Like that's not right. The bids were open. I see the bid. I'm gonna say, okay, you bid $660,000. I'm gonna bid $300,000.
They went under 300,000 under what the original bid was.
Yes.
What you saying?
Yes.
Is
so
that
what's
legal?
Gonna happen is
that legal? Or
I mean, they did it. It's on us to accept that bid. Now, what's gonna happen is we still got to get 4 votes to accept the bid. So, you know, I don't know if the 4 votes gonna go for that particular company, because there was they're in Art on here right now. This same person was on Art Woods' live, and in the comments, you can go back and see in the comments, this same person mentioned that same construction company in Art Woods' comments on his live that day. So when I'm looking at it, I'm like, wait a minute, this company got disqualified. You come back and we got to redo the bidding process because then you mentioned this specific company. Now we come back, this same company is $300,000 cheaper on the bid, on the second bid. Ain't no coincidence in the world. It ain't enough coincidence in the world. So what's gonna happen is they go get the bid, they gonna get the contract, they gonna come through, they gonna knock half the building down, they gonna come through and say, hey, we need more money. We thought we could do it for $300,000, but we forgot y'all had asbestos up in here. We got to go ahead and get the abatement and asbestos out of here. We can't do that. We forgot that y'all had bricks up in here. We got to go ahead and we got to get the big ball to come knock it down. We didn't know that. We need $400,000 more dollars. We need $600,000 more dollars. That's the way that the Flint School has been working all these years, and that's why when you saw that post, yeah, I put it up there. That way of work is done. We're not doing that no more. That's what that was about.
Okay. Yeah, I was scrolling yesterday and I had seen it. And I was wondering what that was about. So y'all heard it here. Y'all heard what Clack said. That's what it was about.
I got a responsibility to do what's right for the district. Do I want the black man to get the money, to get the work? Yes, I do. But if the black man don't apply for the job, then I can't do it. If we walked everybody through the process and the black man didn't apply, I can't do nothing. We still got to get this work done. Now, if the purple man come through here with he got his stuff together, and listen, we gonna ride with him because we got to get this work done. Next time we got a whole bunch of stuff need to be done. Black man, next time make sure you get it together.
Art just said they should not accept that bid.
No, shouldn't.
And you need to open up their lost bid to see what it was. They should have to stick with their first bid. Their last bid.
Everybody else did. All the other bids was the same. Everybody else just resubmitted their bid. Everybody else.
Somebody else just said, help me make this make sense.
Again. Now you see why Mama
Quill. Her last name is Quill.
Mm-hmm.
I can't pronounce the first name. It's like a Muslim name. But they said help them make it make sense.
Again, now y'all see, these are some of the things that I got to deal with. You know what I mean? So if you see me go, because y'all, man, maybe y'all don't know me, but y'all know me. I'm not, you don't ever see me out here being rah-rah. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a rah-rah disrespectful. I'm always an in-your-face type person. I'm kind of a more laid back, you know what I'm saying? More cool, laid back. Catch me in the cut. I don't necessarily have to be the center of attention. I'll come on your show. I'll do the show with Trevor, you know what I'm saying? But you ain't never going to really see me do a whole lot of TV interviews on Channel 12. And, you know, I don't necessarily have to be public speaking and doing all that. For one, I'll get nervous. But for two, it's just not me.
Okay. And they said, Miss Brick Boy said that's the Tara Mama.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Okay, but if you see me on a rant and I'm and something and you that's really not Mike Clack's character to just be ranting like that. Somebody done something wrong, and I'm passionate about what I'm doing. So I done got mad about something. That's what it's about. If I do that, you already know this ain't really Mike Clack personality to be out here rah-rah like that.
Right. You don't seem to be that even. You know what I mean? That ain't your MO or nothing. You know what I mean? So,
no.
It must really be something if you that passionate about it. And like you said, that they got to stick with their original bid. You know, and shit.
Or they should. They should, but as
they should be made to stick with their original bid. Because that's what I was asking, was illegal.
Now that's a good question. I'll have to talk to the board attorney I'll speak to her
Yeah,
about that.
yeah. That's why I was asking you that.
Yeah, I'll
Because
speak to her about that.
I know when I was locked up, I was following Kwame Kilpatrick and them, and they was doing stuff like that. His brother-in-law was getting all the bids in Detroit, and I guess he was getting the heads up, and he was underbidding and stuff. And I know that turned out to be illegal. You know what I
And how
mean?
many?
So
And I know you can understand what I'm finna say. How many calendars did they give Kwame?
you say what now?
How many calendars did they throw at Kwame?
See, they tried to give him 28,
28 of them.
but he
28
came home
calendars.
off the COVID.
Yep.
But they gave him 28 years originally.
So with that being said, what's the difference? The only thing that ain't been happened in Flint than what happened down there in Detroit is a stripper ain't ended up dead.
That's what I'm saying. That's why
That's
I
the
was
only
asking
difference,
you.
as far as I can see. A stripper
That
ain't woke
sound
up
like
dead.
some illegal shit. You ask me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? She said, Mr. Clack, the voice of reason. So if he is speaking out like this,
Thank you, Mama
like this,
Quill.
there is something wrong. She's saying basically he's speaking out something that must be wrong, I guess.
I appreciate it because I want people to understand that I'm genuine when I say what I say and what I do. So if I'm something is out, if I'm out of pocket, then you gotta know like something ain't right. I'm not just
Right.
on Facebook. Anybody can see this, and it can be interpreted any old type of way. But that's why I put the whole conversation up there. I might have said some colorful language on there, but at the end of the day, the message is still, hey man, we're not doing that. I got a responsibility for this district, and we're not doing it your way. Get out the way.
Okay. Hey, that's that. You cleared that one up. You said what you said. You know what I mean? It is what it is, man.
And
It is what it is.
add up to it because let me add to that because I was, I'm a part of 810, so it was. I know y'all got y'all differences, man, but it was a show that I was on. Trevor and Winters was on the show, and we found out. Well, Winters found out that same individual was soliciting Ashley Capital to go on his show. You know what I'm saying? Or somebody was, I don't know who solicited who, but Ashley Capital, the same people that's out here allegedly, writing checks for, doing whatever, he wanted to come on his show. Why?
Right. Hey man, that's why this interview is so I appreciate you, man. Don't nobody want to come out and play with old Jon Snow, man. Don't nobody want to come play with the snow no more, but that's why I appreciate you, man. And what you just said, that you know what I'm saying, that was real what you just said. You want to get everything out on every platform you can. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You're a smart man.
I don't have, with all due respect to my 810 family, man, I just, me and you don't have any issues. You understand? Like no. when I I never thought that we did, but when I thought that I had issues with somebody, did I not reach out to you and say, hey man, look, what's up with such and such, man? Call him up and see, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? He don't answer my phone calls no more. And now we speak. We back to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm not a person that wanna get down and be, we can, if we got problems, let's resolve the problems. I understand that I can't resolve all the problems. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got y'all issues, but we don't have no issues.
No, Clark. I ain't never had a problem with you. Probably never will. You know what I mean? Because you keep it even playing field, man. You know what I mean? And I appreciate that, man. And I appreciate you coming on here because you could have easily bagged out or changed your mind or whatever because you know what's going on.
I asked you to come on. I said, bro, let me come on the show. Remember that? You was like, man, when you want to come? Remember that?
Yeah.
So but, I don't have.
Yeah, man. But I ain't, man. I'm just trying to move the city forward, man. A lot of people just don't like my approach. Clack. I guess they say I'm ghetto and belligerent and cuss too much and all that. Bro. But like I told them last night, though, if I stop cussing and start talking like a professor, college professor, or something, then y'all know I'm on some fake shit. Y'all better watch out. Y'all finna get scammed if I do some shit like that. But
What you want? Somebody like the mayor to use big words in the wrong context? You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah,
you using these
that's
big
what
old
me and
words in the
Rich was
wrong
talking about
context. You
last
want
night.
somebody that's gonna say something you can understand.
That's what we was talking about last night. Because I was like, people would follow a guy in a 3-piece suit, clean cut guy with 3-piece suit, and he talk fancy before they follow a guy in overalls with dirt on his fingernails. You know what I mean? Not literally, but you get what I'm saying.
No,
And,
I know exactly what you're saying. You ain't got to be
yeah,
literal.
yeah, you know what I mean. And then the motherfucker in the 3-piece suit could be the dirtiest motherfucker in the world. You know what I'm saying? But he gonna
Yep.
fool. You know what I mean? But
Yep.
it is what it is, Clack, man. But hey, look, man, I was snooping on you and Trevor's show the other day, and I see I didn't even know you had an encounter with John Cole. You told that motherfucker, you said it ain't what he had wanted. He tried to square up on you, huh?
Man, you should have seen the square up. It was so funny, man. I couldn't even. If I squared up on somebody and they laughed in my face, I'd just turn and walk away, man. Like it was too funny. Again, let me get a disclaimer. I don't have anything against gay people. I got some gay friends, relatives. I don't, we rock. One of my best friends is, I'm not gonna put his name out there, but if you know me, you done see me with him. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't got no issues with gay people. So let's just get that out there. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, bro, I ain't homophobic neither, and I ain't got no problem with you know what I mean, with I'll hang out,
Yeah.
you know what I mean, because they people too. I mean, they ain't no just because you like a man, I mean you got to talk to him and vice versa. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I understand exactly what you're saying, man.
Yeah. So the thing is, I think I forgot what I was about to say. Go ahead.
We was talking about Cole, but this is what I'm saying, right?
Oh yeah, when he squared up, it was
he squared up against you.
It was one of them. Terrence, look, it was one of them, and I was like,
"Hey man,
I said, bro, this ain't what you want, man."
Tickled me, man. That shit was funny as fuck when you did that shit.
I said, this ain't what you want, man. But I wasn't finna let him attack that little woman.
Hey, Clack, you told that motherfucker this ain't what you want, huh?
That's exactly what I said. And then I said, police, y'all better come get him before he get beat on, man. I turned to talk and tell Officer Hewley them, hey, come get him, man. Come get him, man. He because I was not about to let him hit that woman. He wasn't about to beat up that woman. That was not about to happen.
Right.
So that's what got my attention. That's what got my attention in the first place. He was intimidating her during the meeting in the audience. So I'm looking at them in the audience. So as soon as I hit the gavel and we ended the meeting, I jet up and go out to the park, to the crowd and walk her to her car. So I'm looking at the police officer have to get in between him and her. So that's when I walked out I walked her to her car. And after that, I go get in my car and I hear him barking at somebody and I look and I don't see nobody. But he looking at this woman and she in the car looking all scared, I guess she's trying to call her husband or something. And so I walk over there, I'm like, bro, and before I could even say anything, and I don't give a F about you, Mike, like I'll beat your motherfucking ass too. And I said, what? Bro, who you talking to? This ain't that. Who you think you talking to? So
you see, my whole thing was him. I don't know if you I guess you watched a little bit of that interview I had last week with that crazy motherfucker, man, and which I tried to help, which I shouldn't have been trying to help, because dog a piece of shit no matter what. But see, my whole thing, right? People trying to disassociate their ass with them, right? Which they should, but how the fuck did they even talking about they gave him background checks and all that shit, and the nigga was bold, man. He had already been to prison twice. You know what I mean?
What you need to get the background check for? He went to prison. It's in M Live. The article, he went to prison, 40, 50 people.
And then look, I found this the other day, right, from city council, man. He said around his mouth who he had association with. Hold on.
Please state your name for the record.
For the record, my name is Mr. John Cole. How everyone doing? City councils, how you doing? I'm going to make this briefly. Many come up here to complain what you're doing, what you should do. I'm not here for that. I don't know very many people, but Dr. Leo Lewis, Mr. Quincy Murphy, and I know a little bit about Mr. Eric Mays. We won't speak on that. But first of all, I have been working with Dr. Liddell Lewis. She is an incredible hard worker in this community, and we have done a lot of work.
Yep, Mr. Cole, I just want to make sure this is still the public hearing regarding the rules.
Yeah. I just want to make sure that there are councilmen that do work out here in this community. that works together and does a great job here in this community. And I'm not going to say much, but those are two good people over there, and I want to continue to do a good work in our community, okay? That's it.
The shit, piece of shit. That motherfucker, man. He
How
said
stupid was
it.
that?
He said it. He said who
How
was
stupid was
associated with.
that?
I hear you.
How stupid was that?
How dumb was that?
He was supposed. She even warned. She said, "Hey, hold on." She didn't want. She even said, "Hey, public speaking is about, this is what public speaking is about. I know, but I just want to." And then how divisive is that? You name two people instead of you saying, "Hey, I think that we all should work together." You know what I'm saying? You name Liddell Lewis. Like, come on, man. Like that's the type of stuff we don't need right there. We need to uplift everybody. Hey, come on, y'all. We need y'all to get y'all stuff together, work together. You know what I'm saying? Not this person do good
Hey,
work.
Art, yeah. Hey, Art, yeah. They said that you got to with the pump, man. I know that was a
No, they
goddamn
said
lie.
they was running
They
around
said
saying that
the
John
pump
Cole
whooped
beat
on
Art
Art.
up. They said that John Cole beat Art up. That's what they said.
Yeah. Supposed to whooped on him. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what they said.
Yeah. We I don't know about that one though, but that's
No,
what they
that's
said. Shit, but
excuse me.
that
I was
shit
finna
funny,
cuss,
man.
man. We all know that ain't happened, man. I was finna
Right,
cuss, but
right,
that's
right,
what the
right.
rumor was. That's what the rumor was. With that this dude put the paws on Art. Man, come on, man.
That was some shit. That was some shit that Keisha
Come on,
made up,
man.
man. Whatever her name is, Keisha, whoever, she made that shit up, probably.
She also
You know what I
said that I
mean?
said
Trying to throw the scent off of her ass. You know
she
what I mean?
also
Man,
told
how
she also
stupid
said
can she be? Hey, Clack, how stupid can she be? When
man,
I tried, even though motherfuckers was throwing her under the bus, I gave her a platform to come on and try to distance yourself between you and this monster motherfucker, and then she go the fuck off on me, man. That's how and she was still cheering for this nigga. You get what I'm saying? How stupid can you be?
well, from what I got,
That stupid?
she was trying to defend. She still was trying to defend him, but
Yeah.
still trying to push her, trying to minimize her involvement or relationship with him. But it's like, wait a minute, I can think of at least 3 school board meetings that he came with her, with Secretary Perkins. They came in support of her. He was at the meeting when we were sworn in. He was at the meeting. I 2 of them off rip. I know he was at the meeting with when they voted Vice President Teray King out of Vice President and voted Joyce McNeil in because they both stood up and clapped together. That's 2 off rip. I know they was at, and then he was at the meeting when like I said when he was messing with that teacher and he was trying to intimidate her. That's 3 off rip that he was at that I know.
I said that was one of them kids' fathers he got into it with. I said he still got the screenshots too.
Yeah, see.
So you know what I mean, but
well, we know it wasn't Art though. We know he didn't put the paws on Art.
Let me clear some up. Hey, Clack, let me clear some up right quick while we on here. I had got a lot of flack. A lot of people said, but see, you understood the assignment because I heard you say it on your show the other day. See, I let her take control of the rings, like a lot of people said that I let her take over my show. But you already know the old saying: if you give a nigga enough rope, they'll hang they so. And that's what I did. I was playing chess. You know what I mean?
This is what I say.
And you see how it turned out. You know what I'm saying?
This is what I say. And I please I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say loosely, and I don't mean it, but I do mean it. Sometimes you gotta let stupid people talk, bro. Sometimes you gotta let people just talk, and they're gonna talk themselves.
Yeah,
right?
they're gonna talk themselves. Yeah, that's why I didn't. That's why I didn't try to stop her. That's why it seemed like I guess he was over aggressive and yelling and spitting and hollering and all that. And I was calm. I didn't let her take on my show. I gave her enough rope to hang herself. You know what I mean? And just to clear it up, to let everybody know that's what the fuck I did. So you know
let
what I
me
mean?
give this disclaimer. Let me say this. I'm not calling the only Keisha stupid, so let's not say that. I'm just saying the phrase that I always tell people is sometimes you got to let stupid people talk. So, that's why I said let's use this loosely. I'm not saying let's not, what I'm saying? He said. No, I ain't copping no pleas. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I'm just saying, like, I wasn't. That's not what I was saying. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not.
Yeah, man, she blanked out on me, bro. She called me out of my name. Accused me of saying something about her son. I don't even know her son's name. I don't even know who he is. She
Yeah.
said I said something about her son. She called me. Out of my name. Went nuts on me for nothing. And I was trying to help her and shit. That's why you can't help everybody. Everybody can't go, man. You know
Look,
what I
I'm gonna tell
mean?
you this. I'm gonna tell you this. Look, I'm gonna tell you this. She won. She ran for city council as a write-in, right? As a write-in candidate back then. You know what I mean? She was remember the only Keisha on the ballot. Remember that? Okay.
Yeah.
So, and I don't want to be harsh, but I'm an honest person. I knew she wasn't gonna win. It's hard to win as a write-in. I knew she wasn't about to win. You know what I'm saying? But I still supported her. Let her put a sign in my yard and everything. You know what I'm saying? But for her to come on, it was one of Art's posts and say that I told one of our board members, that I was glad that she got beat up and she got what she deserved, and I said that in an open meeting. That is just a bold-faced lie. I wouldn't say nothing stupid like that. It wouldn't say it in a board meeting on the board floor where everybody could see it and play it back and say, "Well, look what President Clack said. Said that white woman. I'm glad." I didn't say that.
Yeah, man. But sometimes, man, you just gotta leave crazy people alone, man. But I had want to ask you this too. So, what are the similar? I forgot to ask you this earlier when we was talking about the school board. What are the similarities of the ethics committee in the city council in the board that you on, the school board? Is it all like similar? You
Like the
know
Ethics
what I mean?
Accountability Board
They serve the same purpose, like what you know what I mean?
and us, the school board.
No, I was saying. I mean, I know y'all all different divisions, but
You said what's the
like the ethics,
similarity?
like what? Oh, say what's the purpose of the ethics committee?
I guess to provide some type of oversight over city council. Now,
They overseers, right?
again, I don't know 100%. So somebody on Art on here, he might be able to tell you, or
Okay.
somebody else. What I don't know. I don't want to give a answer. I don't know 100%, but I'm assuming it's some type of oversight over city councils to make sure that they are being ethically, not being unethical. They following the rules and they're doing it the right way.
Hey,
Suppose
hey, Clay, we got about 10 minutes left. Clay, what's your thoughts on Flint City Council, man? I call it the clown show, man. What's your thought? And what's your thoughts of them suspending Eric for them 30 days, and now he back? What you know what I mean?
so I'm not going to be too critical of city council, and this is the reason why. I got my comments, but I'm going to reserve some of them. And the reason why is because I'm on the school board, man, and our shit ain't right. So I don't want to be, over here being extra critical of theirs when we ain't even right over here. So I will say that I think that it's rather embarrassing that we got the same thing going on every meeting. You know what I'm saying? Like to watch them go out of their way to make sure that this man is out of a meeting. And then, it's like y'all can, I don't agree hardly with anything. I don't want to say hardly anything, but I don't agree with a lot that Laura McIntyre on our board. We don't see eye to eye on a lot of things. Some things we do, but I'm not gonna if it's a vote that has to be for the betterment of the district or the kids, just because she supported it don't mean I'm not gonna support it. We got a job to do, and I think that they need to get some of that in their life. Not everybody, just some. You know what I'm saying? The way that
Hey,
they
well, I'm
did.
gonna tell you my hey, Clack, I'm gonna tell you my opinion, my outlook on Flint City Council. We got a bunch of uh, racist motherfuckers, a bunch of and the black people we do got. A couple of them, they tap dancing and shit.
Not the blackface, not the Sam,
Cooning, coon,
not
look,
the
they cooning, tap dancing, all that shit, right? So, and then you got Eric, Tanya, and Jerry Winfrey Carter. You already know how they gonna vote, how they gonna roll. Well,
what
it's
I
fucked up down there, man. And we got, like I said, we got a bunch of racists and a bunch of tap dancers.
I will add this. I think that, I think sometimes that Eric walks right into what they want him to do. You know what I'm saying? I think you know, and I've been knowing Eric since I was a kid, man. You know what I mean? And Eric's been Eric since I can remember. But at the end of the day, he means well. He's passionate about it. But I think that sometimes when he goes off on his rants, that's what they want him to do. So they just give him a reason. As soon as he come in, they already try to figure out how they're gonna get him out. I mean, as soon as he show up, they try to figure out how can we get this motherfucker up out of here.
How can we?
But
they be
when
they be having little bets, bro. Like, let's bet how long before they throw Eric out. All that type of shit, man.
But
You know
see,
what I mean?
it doesn't help the situation when he walks right into when he start going off and calling them assholes and handkerchief heads and he F you and you know like that don't help. We know he mean well, but they need his vote. And then when he leaves out, and it kind of leaves the other two that side with him, you know, Councilwoman Winfrey Carter and Councilwoman Burns, it kind of leave them out to dry, because it's like, one, Eric is the senior member. Eric does know the charter. Eric does know Robert's rules. But when he gets put out, like he always do, it kind of leave them out there to fend for themselves, and they ain't got a chance with the other five over there sitting over there. They just gonna do what they need to do.
Yeah, man. Hey, E-Mays came through like this on their ass when he got back the other day. He came through. Hey, man, that shit was funny when I said that's Eric all day long when he came back. But
bro, you are funny, man.
Hey, man, I want to send a shout out to the Detroit Lions, man.
Oh God,
Lions, man.
Hold on, let me put.
We beat the defending world champs. You know what I'm saying? And I want to send another shout out to Coach Prime, man.
Yeah. Now let me say something about that. Let me say something about that real quick, Terrence. Look.
Okay.
Did you see the interview with I can't think of the dude's name. It was he was on there with was it, what's his name, man? The dude to be using all the big words on Sports Center, man. Not Skip, with the black dude, man.
You talking about Shannon Sharp?
Not Shannon, the other black dude to be using the big words. His hairline.
The big guy?
Man. Huh?
The big dude?
No, man, I cannot think of his name. Well, anyway, he was on there with a guy, and the guy was saying that he couldn't wait till Deion played Nebraska. He was going to be the biggest cheerleader for Nebraska, and Deion Sanders was not a coach. He was a brand. And it's like, wait a minute. Now this dude done coached high school ball at the highest level, college ball, HBCU. I played HBCU football. For him to do what he did at Jackson State, you know what I'm saying? That was monumental. That was life-changing for some of them kids, man. Then he goes from one level to another level to D1, and Colorado ain't won nothing no time lately. The last time Colorado, remember Michael Westbrook when he caught that bomb on Michigan? When that's the last time they had Rashawn Salam and what Michael Westbrook and all that.
Man, I'm so proud. I'm proud, like you said, because of the where they come from, man. And Shador, man, in 2 games combined, he threw for 903 yards and 7 touchdowns, man, at the highest level.
Now,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
check this out.
What can they say
The Lions just beat the Super Bowl champions the other day. All of a sudden, Derek Campbell, the best coach in football.
Yep.
And this is just me saying this, and I don't like playing the race card. Black man, not a coach, not a good coach. He just a brand. He prime, just a brand, not a coach. White guy go from 0-16 a couple years ago, went from 9-8, 9 or whatever, 9-8, whatever the record was last year. Now he the best coach out there.
Hey, Clack, I ain't gonna try to play the race card either, but at the end of the day, he's still a nigga, man. And when they wait for him to fail, college football is a lot like boxing. Hey, look, college football is a lot like boxing. If you got one bad night, you a bum. You know what I mean? And shout out to Coach Prime, man. You know what I mean?
They better
To
keep
Stephen A.
They better not
Corey
hold their
Clay
breath.
said Stephen A.
Stephen
Talking
A.
about Stephen A.
That's his name. Stephen A. Thank you. Stephen A. That's his name. Yes, sir. Thank you. Thanks, Corey. Stephen A. I said the dude with the talk with the big words with the hairline back here.
Hey man, hey Clack, you got any closing remarks before we get up out of here?
Yeah, I do. I think that I just want everybody to know that if you see me doing something, just know I'm gonna put 100% into it. Those of you that know me, I hope y'all know that. I hope that I've shown that I'm gonna be passionate about it, whatever it is. Whether it be teaching, whether it be school boarding, whether it be snowboarding, or whether it be whatever it is. I'm having fun or putting in the work. I want people to understand that I'm gonna be 100%. But with it, I'm gonna stand on it. I'm not, and I mean well. I might not make the right decision all the time. I might not vote the right way all the time. But at the end of the day, I'm not doing it because there's somebody put a battery in my back or put some dollars in my pocket, or I'm not selling out. I be in the hood. I come to Flint. I'm in Flint. I be everywhere. Ask Corey. I come to his, but come buy food from him. I like for real. I be everywhere. Like I be everywhere. I'm not one of them people that you can't say. I ain't never seen Micheal Clack out here. You see me out here. I be everywhere. I'm the chair guy. Thank you.
Because if we don't, look, because if they they're gonna see the chair guy come up out there on his ass.
Yes.
Hey, shout out to the chairman, man. Shout out to my man, the chairman right here.
Yes, the chairman.
Hey man. Hey, I'm gonna say, Clack, stop falling for the banana tailpipe smoking mirrors bullshit. We speak for the. Let me address something right quick, Clack. We already know, me and you ain't got no problem. I ain't got no problem with nobody. I just need motherfuckers to stop putting dirt on my name, man, because motherfuckers went. I feel I ain't got no proof or nothing, but I was doing some positive shit and giving the seniors water, and somebody went out of their way and made fake pages, emails, and sabotage. Well, I ain't gonna say sabotage. They pissed me the fuck off, man. So now I ain't got that same energy no more. It ain't nobody suffering but the senior citizens of Flint, Michigan, man. But it is what it is, Clack. I ain't got no problem with nobody, man. I appreciate you, man. What else I want to say? The hood gotta say the hood. Shit. We speak for the streets. What else I want to say, man? Hey, man, keep doing what you're doing, Clack. Lead our kids into the next generation, man. And proud of you, man. And I'll see you real soon, Clack. See you real soon.
All right,
we out this bitch. Peace.
All right.
Ray, you gone crazy.
You are now tapped in with the most realist and controversial show on the net. Flint After Dark Podcast. We speak for the streets. We speak for the streets. Yeah. You are now tapped in with the most realist and controversial show on the net. Flint After Dark Podcast. We speak for the streets. We speak for the streets.
Yeah. You're now rocking with Terrence Sale on Flint's #1 online podcast, Flint After Dark. We speak for the streets.
It's your boy, Terrence Sales, a.k.a. Mr. Speak for the Streets, a.k.a. Big T, and you locked in to the #1 podcast in Flint, Michigan, Flint After Dark. We speak for the streets. With my co-host, LPZ. We the new dynamic duo. We speak for the streets. Peace.